Ему 28 лет, рост 167 сантиметров, официальный вес 61,7 килограмма, профессиональный рекорд. 12 побед, 4 поражения. Он представляет Республику Кыргызстан, город Бишкек, в силу Канат Келдибеков. И его соперник в красном углу. Ему 25 лет, рост 170 сантиметров, официальный вес 61,5 килограмм, профессиональный рекорд 4 победы, 2 поражения. Он представляет Российскую Федерацию, Чеченскую Республику, город Красный.
So we have these bantamweights inside the cage. Duvaka Astamirov takes on Kanat Keldibekov. Look at the tail of the tape there. Height and reach on the side of Astamirov, but more experience on the Kyrgyzstan fighter, Kanat Keldibekov. Astamirov in the white shorts, red corner. Keldibekov, green shorts, blue corner, with me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett, calling the action here on Fight Day ACA 100.
It's always interesting to see the same weight class, but two different body types. You know, Keldibekov is very short and stocky. Ashtamov is a little bit. I mean, the height's not much difference, but he seems
leaner and taller. Absolutely. What always impresses me about Duvaka is how calm he is when he goes in the cage, and then as soon as that bell goes, you can see already that he's putting the pressure on it, and he throws hard. Everything throws hard to get respect.
Yeah, you see him kind of like just hunting him down at the moment now.
Oh, exchanging jabs there.
He's got to start respecting some of these leg kicks, because they will take the toll and come into later end of this round and maybe later within the fight.
Keldibekov is somebody we talk about his wins all being by finish, all 12 of them by finish, 9 KOs, 3 submissions. But he does build up to that. As you can see there, just with this style, he'll chip away at you until he gets that opening, and that's a really deadly combination. Somebody who can finish you, both submit you or knock you out, but also somebody who can stay calm and patient to wait till that opening comes rather than forcing it. And look at that, forcing Astamirov back to the cage, almost in a splits position.
Also testing this cage, he went up pretty hard there. You know, the cage withstand the force, but yeah, he done really well. He had kind of like a low sort of single, run it high, running straight to the cage. Didn't quite get the takedown, working for it now, trying to get his hands locked maybe.
How impressive is it that Astamirov has been able to stay up, and once again, as soon as he goes down, that posting arm allows him to bounce back up.
Yeah, very good show of balance and agility.
Horrible head work there from Keldibekov. You can see there the red marks already on the face of Astamirov just from that Kyrgyzstan head rubbing up and down the front of it.
Switching for the single now. All she's doing is when you switch, I find a single leg is hard to you can't stay there. It's very open to get punched. Working hard for this takedown.
Really working hard indeed, and that's both legs still trapped. Astamirov still posting with that right arm. This is good from Kanat. He's turned him away from the cage a little, not allowing his back up there.
This is the first mental battle you see like, is Astamirov going to accept this takedown, or is he going to keep working his way back to his feet? It's interesting.
Still working hard, still not giving in now, Astamirov.
Keldibekov's not doing a good job of controlling it. He's done it now, he stepped over, but you see that the knee line is still clear. He did a good job of triangling his legs, but I believe the knees are, the knees are going to slip out.
Wow, great work from Astamirov. Nice spot by you as well, Mr. Pickett. Nice work indeed. 1 minute 35 seconds now left in this round.
As soon as they got close to Kelebekov has not wanted to give them an inch.
It's interesting tactics as well from Keldibeckov, known for his power, known for his striking. His only finished losses by submission. And when you see the training partners and also the skill set of Astamirov on the ground, extremely dangerous submission artist. And just look at the wrestling, that Baku gym, you know that they've spent so many hours grinding and testing each other up against the cage.
But like you said, if he's one of those guys who just absorbs himself in that gym, you know, even though he's got a small record of only 6 fights, you know that he's been in this position many a times with high experienced training partners.
And also, he does work through the weight, so he trains at fights at bantamweight. But I know he's training partners as well with people lightweight, even up to welterweight. That is an interesting little battle between the two. And what would you take away from that? Kanat was working so hard for the takedown, but Astamirov refused to give into it.
Yeah, you know, and like now he's doing the right job now. He's pushing forward.
Oh, and he's
Keldibekov kind of probably wouldn't mind having a little bit of a breathe here, working so hard for the takedown, couldn't get it. But Astamirov did a great job on here for a really nice long stiff jab as well.
Now the momentum seems to be switching towards Astamirov. Oh. Some showmanship there from Kanat. Great first round there. We really got a glimpse of all different facets of these two's game.
Yeah, an interesting round to score there because most of it was up against the cage, working for that takedown. So Astamirov done a great job of defending, but he was defending the majority of that round. But then when he did break away, you saw a little bit of shift in the momentum. You saw that him coming forward, being aggressive, and finding a good home for his a stiff jab. And everything he throws seems to be a power. Even his jabs seems he wants to knock you out with a jab.
Some dexterity on show there as well. Great takedown defense. And this is it. Look, straight down, straight back up. And this is towards the end of the round. Stiff jab there from us.
Друзья, скачайте мобильное приложение 1xbet на свой смартфон. Для этого нужно зайти в официальный сайт 1xbet и скачать мобильное приложение. Зарегистрируйтесь и получите 100% бонуса на первый депозит. Выводите свои выигрыши через электронные кошельки. Самые высокие коэффициенты только у 1xbet.
Maybe just used a bit too much of his gas tank trying to get that down, but he's had a minute to recover. Let's see how round 2 plays out. Kanat Keldibekov, the Kyrgyzstan fighter, blue corner. Green shorts versus Duvacha. Astamirov from Fight Club Baku here in Grozny. White shorts, red corner. And again, not a backward step from Astamirov.
A good little stiff right counter right hand, just outranged by Kanat's overhand right.
As I said, Kanat 4 losses, but none of those have been by knockout or TKO. As tough as they come, they're being put to the test today. Right, look back at Astamirov. Look how switched on they are. They just actually moved across the cage in front of us. And the left eye now of Kanat is starting to show some signs of damage, starting to close up a little. Look how switched on Astamirov is. He really is reading the movement. And look, that eye is closing quick there.
Yeah, I believe it might be that stiff jab. Or that, probably was straight right actually. His left eye probably had a straight right there.
He's certainly become a target now. You can see Astamirov looking to add to that damage.
Really good pressure as well. Really draped here. As you see Kanat trying to hold on, trying to keep him away.
Oh, just missed on the break there. 3 minutes 30 seconds in round number 2, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. But look back at Astamirov, looks like he wants to get this done as quickly as possible. Both biting down on their mouthpieces there.
Yeah, also, testament to his chin. Astamirov has been caught a few times by flush. He's not even phasing one bit.
Every shot he's throwing is looking to cause damage. Oh, that was a nice stiff jab though from Kanat Keldibekov. Now switching for the takedown. Great work. This time.
Better job of trying to raise the legs high, trying to make Astamirov back go flat, which he has done now. Watch out for the butterfly.
And this is the first time we've actually seen Astamirov properly down on his back. Great switch up from Keldibekov though. Caught him with that stiff jab and Followed that up with the double leg takedown. Now trying to set the hooks in here. The first half of this round seemed to be all Astamirov, but what a turnaround. Great work from Kanat.
Yeah, you saw him do this in the first one. He must feel like this is where he has an advantage. You know, this is where he always seems to really, and this is where we see him having a bit of an advantage, where he's doing quite well.
Murad Kalimov there in the corner, talking him through. Astamirov tries to work his way back to his feet.
He's trying to find a grip.
This is tenacious stuff in round number 2. I was almost questioning the gas tank of Kanat Keldibekov. But that second wind has kicked in. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, you see it. He wasn't comfortable with these feet. He was getting a bit peppered in it. It was some good shots. You see the mark of his right. He changed the ball. This thing is, watch how he's energy with his takedowns. He's still got to think. If he doesn't finish the fight, he's still going to have a round.
But now setting one of those hooks in. That's great work from Kanat. Trying to get it under the chin. Astamirov though, look at that. Pushes it above the chin, turns into Kanat Keldibekov.
Lost his pants on the way as well.
Little wardrobe malfunction there.
That's not going to stop him.
Well, the referee may...
Must have been a grueling right cut.
Good work though there from both fighters. Really impressed with how Kanat switched that up after connecting with that jab. But then, nice escape there from the rear naked choke attempt from Kanat for Astamirov to turn it round. 30 seconds left.
Kanat now, he kind of feels like he will have the advantage to take that, but he needs to be careful not to rush in because Astamirov done a good job of commanding those.
Oh, I like that. Faked the kick and then came over with the right hand. Swelling doesn't seem to be giving him too much bother with that left eye. Oh, he swung with that right hand then. Astamirov walking him down. Kanat Keldibekov. Oh!
It kind of like felt a little bit peed off. Why are you running away from me? We want to fight here. He just gave her a great big soccer kick.
Yeah, and then as soon as the bell rung, a hug at the end of it as well. Interesting second round as well. Good fun fight this. Let's have a look at some of the action. This is the early pressure from Astamirov, Brad.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, he had the range, but then, Kanat wasn't comfortable with this. And you saw him, he was panicking a little bit, and then he took a beautifully timed shot. Good drive here. You see him run. Getting down. Didn't quite finish him there, but then he managed to get his hands locked, and that's where we saw him actually get to the mat a little bit. And that was that kick at the end.
Oh, and there you go. Round 3, set to go underway.
Round.
Off we go, Kanat Keldibekov versus Dugvacha Astamirov. Going to be an interesting one to see how this is scored as well, Brad. They both had moments in both rounds.
I was thinking the exact same, Brian. I was thinking, how would I be in a coach in one of these corners? I'd say to both.
Oh, that right and the left almost buckled the knees of Kanat there.
I'd say to both of them, you have to go out and win this round.
Dugvacha is intent and causing some damage. He really is stalking his man, walking him down.
Yeah, you see a little bit more urgency with Dugvacha here.
I'm surprised those leg kicks haven't taken more of a toll. Oh, and Kanat drops.
Yeah, it was a very labored takedown attempt by Kanat.
A 1-2 of his own, but ducked and covered there from Dugvacha.
Yeah, he's trying to find some room to breathe here.
Oh, that straight right again, that connected. That was wonderful work from Dubaka. Kanat turns it around again. Good reactions from the Kyrgyzstan fighter.
Yeah, he kind of used that as like a gift force there. Like, he ate a good straight right. He used his momentum to turn him around and get a takedown. Now we're back in this sort of ruling position. They've been a few times in round 1, a little bit in round 2, and now we're here in round 3.
Well, the interesting part about these positions is, if you were to look at this on paper as we did before the fight, you'd think Dubaka would probably look to grapple a bit more, and Keldibekov might be the one looking to make space to strike, but it's been exactly the opposite. It's been Dubaka walking Keldibekov down, having more success with the strikes, and then when he's had that pressure coming towards him, Keldibekov brilliantly has been able to get these grappling positions going on.
That happens sometimes when you come in. Sometimes you may have a game plan, but sometimes you're gonna have to switch it up if it's not going your way. And he wasn't feeling comfortable on the feet, which he wasn't. He was getting picked around at just a range sort of thing, and the stiff sort of 1-2, and the pressure forced him to fight in this game, and he's doing really well, just pressuring him down.
Well, this is what makes it interesting to score, because he's having some control. Oh, look, that was clever as well. It looked like he was making space to strike and then just switched it up. He's got a lot of tricks.
He has. That's quite a good fighting IQ, because I say that to a lot of people. When you're trying really hard to get your takedown, sometimes break away, look to throw punches and reshoot and try and get a better grasp, which he's done that. Like I say, just grueling now. He's just on him. It's not leaving him alone. Really impressed with the gas as well by Kanat.
Yeah, without a doubt, and you almost question it when on the feet. Looks like he's trying to find space to breathe, but relentless, tenacious in these takedown attempts. This is deep into round 3. We've got 1 minute 40 seconds now left of this third and final round.
Yeah, I think Ashimar, he's got to do something now just to turn this away. Yeah, get a little bit more urgency. This round seems to be slipping away from him.
Oh, that's nice work there. 1 minute 20 seconds, and finally he puts Dubaka Astamilov on his back. Dubaka right in front of his corner there. They're urging him to.
Oh, he's giving up back now.
And full hooks in now. He's got one loose, but again he resets that. Dubaka.
Ruling position, especially with your belly down as well. Might slip off here though.
He is high up on this.
Dashtramov could just tripod up a little bit. Kanat is very high. Yeah, he's doing a good job of trying to flatten him out.
Great work here from the Kyrgyzstan fighter. And this shows good experience as well. When he's had to dig deep, he's got that 3rd and 4th, 5th gear in there, and he's used every single one of them, especially in this 3rd round.
Oh, he's underneath the chin a little bit.
Oh, now can Astamilov turn into him?
Time's going to be his enemy here.
Oh, wow, look at that. Almost a reversal there. But enough of a scramble to make space. 19 seconds left on the clock.
See what he can do is he's going to attack himself.
Dubaka moving forward with some intent. 10 seconds left now. On his bike. Oh, covers up well. Oh, I thought he was going to throw a kick. Wow, that is an interesting end to that fight. And that is the tale of the fight so far. Both had good moments in every single one of those rounds. The judges here, 5 in attendance at ATA events, really are going to have to decide between the thinnest of margins, because on the feet I thought Dubaka looked very impressive, seemed to be hurting Kanat Keldibekov, but the grueling wrestling and grappling, the tenacious, that's probably a better adjective for it, wrestling and grappling of Kanat Keldibekov, as we see here.
Kanat Keldibekov, I kind of just feel the majority of the rounds were controlled by him in these positions. Obviously, he has some really fun stuff, really good striking by Ashtamar, but there is, how Kanat managed to control most of each round made sway in his way.
That's nice to see. Some good sportsmanship. A very tough battle between the two. And once again we thank ACA that we are commentators and not judges, because that is a tough one. From the body language, what are you reading out of this now? I mean, it's very hard sometimes to tell anyone from the bird group gym just exactly what they think, but
I mean, it's not just the fighters, and sometimes the fighters don't know when they miss the battle. Sometimes you look at the corners, you know, to see how the corners are feeling. I think Kanat Keldibekov's corner seems to be a little bit more elated.
well, we shall find out. It's not the corner to decide. It's down to our judges, and we are set, we are ready. Let's announce the winner.
Раздельным решением судей одержал победу.
And there he is. You can see just what that means. And he had to dig deep for that win. You can see the emotions on this young man to take that win, and in the hometown, the home stadium.